There was mighty relief this week that military strikes on Syria for its reported use of chemical weapons might yet be avoided. This after Russia proposed putting them under international control, then destroying them.
It's very important to take this momentum and to use it, because what we're seeing for the first time in a long time is the international community uniting towards an action on Syria.
Not, however, said some MEPs, until the threat of serious force was dangled before key players.
Russia would not have moved without the threats, and Assad would have moved without the threats. But now we have to act, and we have to demand from Syria to follow with action against promises and words.
Action which might now allow the outside world to help millions of victims of more than 2 years of violence, many of whom have been forced to flee.
We are talking about millions of people who don't have enough support, and I think Europe could do much more in that field.
On to Egypt and what many see as slow progress towards democracy after the army removed President Morsi from power and his Muslim Brotherhood supporters from the streets. Several days ago, it moved against Islamic militant strongholds in Sinai.
We want this country to succeed. We want to support it to do so, but to do so with the principles and values that we hold.
Comment aujourd'hui faire confiance à des forces militaires, à l'armée égyptienne qui faisait partie du pouvoir de Moubarak?
But, as they used to say of banks, Egypt is too big to fail.
If it were that this country did not stabilize, it could be the point of departure for further destabilization in its neighborhood. I think what we can demand politically is at this stage that those who are in charge, the army and the government, that they stick to their own promises, that there is the return to the rule of law and to democracy, to elections.
In resolutions on Egypt, MEPs urged a halt to violence and a speedy return to democracy, including a new constitution, and on Syria, condemned the use of chemical weapons as a war crime and urged more support for refugees.